All right, hello, I'm Aurelia Vell, and this is my planning of 2025. I did promise, and here we go. Don't mind my screen. Let me get these all set up for you guys. So, what ended up happening, how I planned my entire year, pretty much. I've tried planning years, like, before whatever, however you'd want to call that, like before the entire year ever happened. Um, it also ended up being done two different ways. So I'm going to try to break that down. First, I tried to simply plan 2 months ahead of a particular holiday, and that did not work for me. Then I tried planning every single month. That did not work for me. So, what ended up happening was I decided that this year I was going to give it a shot at quarters. So, here we are. On stream, I planned this out. I let people watch me struggle and think about everything. But there is one particular important bit about how I'm also planning. I have my own planner here. I have a calendar that's a whiteboard up there. You guys will see it in a minute. And for the most part, yeah, everything, my whole life exists right here. But the thing about planning, right, is it's like you're not planning ahead so much. I mean, you are, but for me, I'm more of a recorder. I will happily open up to a day that was like, okay, what happened yesterday? And let me go through it. So it's really hard to just like journal or anything on the day. You know what I mean? Some of you might really resonate with this. So if you do, great. If you don't, just ignore me. I'm weird, but I'm here for the weirdies. So quarters. I broke everything up into quarters. I had to sit myself down, and you're going to have to do this with yourself. You have to sit down and decide and talk to yourself seriously. Say, for me, it was Vel, truly, what did you get done last year? What did you not get done? What happened? We had like a fire, other random things just come up, and everything was just kind of crazy. But you have to plan for the crazy. So I like to say that welcome to the chaos when I'm streaming, and this has become an actual thing. We are really embracing chaos here. And I think it's important to note that the chaos part is simply how are you going to deal with what is going to be thrown at you from life, because it is going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. Everything is, for the most part, out of your control, right? So some things are manageable, other things are completely not your circus, not your monkeys. Figure it out. So that's my new favorite saying, by the way. So if you really think about it, if something is bothering you, just think about it. Is it your circus? And is it your monkeys? Is it something that you own or you can manage or something that you can do about it? Are they your monkeys? If not, if the answer to both is no, it's not your circus, not your monkeys. Don't even worry about it. Don't let it affect you. But bear with me. I tried to do months, especially last year, per month, per month, per month. There were several goals that I had in mind. And in order to really get into that, I have to tell you guys about some of those goals. So I wanted to book read one book every month, no matter what. There were months where I couldn't read a book in these last months, and then there were months in the beginning of the year where I read like 3 books in 1 month. Don't ask me how. It's just the way that it turned out. Anyway, so in order to plan for said chaos, like I've been saying, it really occurred to me as I was planning this page, a quarter is 3 whole months. If I don't get it done in the first month, that gives me 2 whole months to get something done. That's insane. So it works out better for me. And I really kept thinking in my head, I could not get past the 1 month. But when I was doing quarter, the more I realized that it's 3 months, the more that this ended up helping me in the long run. So Q1, January, February, March. What do I want? What do I need to keep in mind? So I have my events, my Twitch and YouTube. For a fact, I wanted to do 2 big videos per month. So that's 6 videos in a quarter, which you can see if you look up into the quarters. So 6 videos. Honestly, if you take a look at my last year, even if you do or don't include the Twitch archives and things, which I don't, I wanted, like a video like this and like the 2024 recap. These are big videos. So it has a purpose, it has a point, and I really wanted to make sure that we got some of these because there are categories of videos of things that I need to get done and constantly have just to keep everybody updated with all the things that I'm doing. And for that, by the way, I have a little piece here, a little black piece, and it pretty much tells me what all my categories are and where I need to put them. So there are individual videos that are just standalones, kind of like these videos in July, wow. Kind of like these videos in January. I know where we are. I know who we are. I know what time we are. It was really important to keep in mind all of the things that I would want to fill those 6 categories right away for those 6 videos. So for me, I have a mountain vlog that I would like to maintain, a studio vlog that is going to get pretty hairy soon enough. Then I have these 2 that are just individual, and that leaves me room for 2 more videos. Now I have an entirely separate book that is videos, ta-da, and my markers. So I went ahead and wrote down my quarters and tried to pretty much put in a list of ideas that are already there. So I marked my 6 points. Some of these were just kind of like what I wanted to do and what I had in mind right now, but I still may change and move things around. That's just the way it's going to be. So for now, it was, like I said, these 2 on their own, the mountain vlog, the studio vlog. I have to do a Patreon video and a writer's log video. Well, the writer's log, more or less, I can do anytime, but I don't want to neglect sharing my graphic novel stuff. So the Patreon and the writing logs are all about my novel, all those things. So if you see that playlist here on YouTube, go ahead and click on it. It's great. In fact, I will get into that soon as well. I've been trying to write this novel for a very long time. The writing has been complete. It's been, we're on 12 years now. It's 12 years. And I just started the rewriting. So it's a big deal. So these past 5 years specifically, I'm like, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. And here we are. It took me 5 years, and I moved, and things happened. I'm sorry. But here we are. So even if you're kind of that person where you do have a goal and it's a big goal and you know you're not going to reach it right away, don't feel too disappointed because here I am. I never thought I would get this far, and I really have a lot of thanking to do for finding a friend who wanted to do the same thing, and we kind of did it together and held each other accountable all of last year. So thank you, Elu. Elu is the reason that all this got done. Everybody say thank you, Elu. Anyway, back on track. I'm sorry. I will be on point. I promise. I'm really bad about getting off track too. This is why if you come to my live shows and everything, it's just all chaos. Again, here we are. But anyway, so 6 videos. It was very important. So those are solid, but last year I was creating videos like every week if I could. Yeah, if YouTube were the only thing that I was doing, that was my main focus, that was like, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, I'm gonna get monetized, blah, 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 blah. It's not how I feel about it. Some people may feel about it. If you do, then yes, get a video posted weekly and do a very good job. I was not. I was just kind of throwing things together and I didn't like it. So I'm dialing back and realizing that YouTube is not that, like, it's important to me, but it's not that important to me. It's kind of a secondary. I enjoy the live interaction, talking with people. I like Twitch. It's just my thing. I've tried not doing Twitch. I tried not streaming. It doesn't work for me. I literally, at the beginning of last year, was trying to quit streaming to do YouTube. You see how well that went? It didn't. So I'm a streamer. I'm a live girl. I can't help it. So I made the decision, again, this conversation with myself had to be very serious, that we need to back off and only do a set amount that I think is doable. My biggest illustration, which is actually what's sitting behind here, ta-da! It's over here on my screen though. But this is Xalatath. This is the biggest piece I've ever created, and it took 18 or 19 sessions on Twitch over the course of 3 months, and something. I had all the info. You can find the video later, but point being, it takes 3 months, so 1/4 is the perfect amount of time to do one big illustration. So right now, that is Sylvanas Windrunner. I I came up to kind of this problem, and if you ever come up to a problem in your actual art, because people don't understand the actual feeling and what it means to, like, it's like actually physically hitting a wall. Like, I can't go any further until this is solved. And for me, it's perspective. And right now, her throne that she's sitting on, there is a corner, and it's kind of like this for me, but it's like I'm trying to do these intricate designs and I cannot physically do it. I can't do it. I have tried. My brain goes all warbly and it doesn't keep the lines. And yeah, you could just put the perspective lines in, but here's the thing. I drew everything without the perspective in the first place. So now trying to find the perspective and place it on my screen is a nightmare. So that's just, it's a whole nightmare step of a wall that I have to figure out. Have a solution, but I'm just not there yet. So either way, once again, it gives me this time frame where I can, as I'm looking at my calendar, I can literally get this done over the course of 3 months, which is so nice. It's so nice. Something I did not address that I do want to address at the top of the first quarter. Yes, any holiday that I find important that I would do something for, I put at the top, by the way. So that's why it says Chinese New Year, it's spring, it's all that kind of stuff. Will I do anything for it? Don't know. But something also nobody seems to really consider. They think it's the end of 2024. There's a wall, and now it's 2025, and we're gonna do these other things. Y'all have a real conversation with yourself. There's still shit that's rolling over from 2024 that you're still working on. So for me, that's, again, we started the Sylvanas illustration, but I'm still working on it. I have commissions that were already paid for and I need to do. I have my Twitch stuff, my Arion website, which I did actually do. I'm very proud of myself. So consider you are going to have rollovers, and I have a solution for that. We'll get to that at the end of these 4 quarters. I have been requested for a very long while now to have my store come back, and I've tried. It's not been in the works. Turns out also that's a good thing because I live in California. I have a DBA. I got my DBA and it was $200. And I was like, okay, well, that was a lot. Turns out I also need a seller's permit and I need a business license. Got the seller's permit last week, by the way, but now I need the business license. So I have to go to my local, only 50 miles away, sheriff's department and file a business license. I don't know if there will be fees because all these forms and stuff are not updated to online stores, which I think they need to be because we don't fit in this category. But anyway, I'm getting my stuff done. I'm getting it to where I can do all these things, and I'm going to have to keep my sales tax and not fuck it up so that I can't get screwed up on taxes. Anyway, it's not as hard as it seems. It is until someone actually explains it to you. So I had to figure that out on my own. It was great. But I do admit, depending on where you are, just triple check all of your state, city, and county requirements because they are all very specific. In the state of Alabama, it was nothing. You have a DBA in the state of Alabama, good for you, have fun. That was it. So now I'm in California. Had to do it all over again and different requirements. So there we go. But I do highly recommend you check those because, again, I want to open an online store and I'm trying to figure out where to even put my stuff in categorically, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, just big hefty reminder, guys, get it straight. Let's see. I have a lot of things that I need to do for my website, for my graphic novel specifically, working on that. But that is, again, all in my quarter one. My quarter one is set up to essentially get me started on these things, and so far everything's going great, by the way. Back to the events and YouTube real quick. So last October, I did the Crown Arts Emporium event. It takes place on the 14th and 15th of almost every month. It depends. They have their own schedule, you know. So I did that. I had a lot of fun. So I wanted to make sure that I do that event every single quarter. So that's why you'll see one CAE event in that list of category. Anyway, it's just a thing. I also have my affiliate anniversary, which I just didn't want to forget. That's there. But other than that, quarter one Photoshop video down at the end. I have been trying to make Photoshop videos because a lot of my friends have Photoshop. They just don't know how to use it, and it's just mind-boggling because it's like, this is so easy, and I can tell, I can teach, I can help anybody find anything just about. The only thing I cannot help you with in Photoshop are vectors and masks. I don't vector and mask, like, at all. Not that I don't know how. I have a basic level of understanding on it. I just hate it so much, I don't do it. So if anyone was interested in doing like painting, drawing, digital illustration like me, that I can roll with. But I decided, rather than making one solid video, here's how this went. I broke it up into kind of like this other thing where we're going to do a group art session once a month, and that whole session is dedicated to, we're going to do a portrait of, well, it doesn't have to be a portrait. We'll probably scale it as we go, but there is an art club channel in my Discord. Everybody gets to post, everybody gets to vote. At the end of the month, you can either do it or not, doesn't matter. I'm going to do it whether anybody participates or not. Vote on a piece and do that piece on stream. You're going to get something kind of like this where you see me, but you also see all of my screen, because I don't have all of my screen usually for Twitch, mostly because it's just in the way, and I really want people to focus on what I'm actually working on. But I will have everything. You can see all of the, file, blah, 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 all the navigation. You'll be able to see everything, and I'll be able to tell you what I'm doing a lot more than I do when I'm on stream. When I'm on stream, I'm happy to be like, oh yeah, I'm like doing this, and it's very vague. This time I can actually tell you guys without thinking of it as I'm disrupting a stream, or I'm just going so like Tolkien, if you guys know what I mean. Just explaining everything. I don't want to do that, but this one stream, this art club stream, once a month, I'm going to do it, and that is where the teaching part is actually going to take place. So we're going to have a whole playlist eventually on Twitch, not on Twitch, a whole playlist on YouTube at some point, and that will be something that you can watch. It's the whole session. There's nothing clipped. It's not sped up. You're just gonna have to deal with it the way it is. So, but it's its own thing, and that's how I decided to deal with that, rather than focusing on one giant video that's eating up a lot of my time to do a lot of other things. So, quarter two. I really want to focus on more apparel. I really want to focus on more stationery, journaly stuff. Same stuff, my 6 videos, my illustration, my CAE event, and then I actually have to schedule vacation with mom, because you guys, if I don't, I'm not going to even think about it, and then something's going to come up and my mom's going to be like, hey, let's go do this. And I'll be like, oh shit, I don't have time. I have something scheduled. So last year, if you guys don't know, we went to Hearst Castle, and that was a 2-day endeavor, and that was honestly so much fun. And so I scheduled myself vacation time. All right, quarter 3, here we are. Autumn and Halloween, by the way, so it's kind of like, get your stuff done now for this. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to clap like in your face. But anyway, like I said, sneaky peeky, right now I'm starting my writing for my novel. So in quarter 3, this is where it's more public. This will actually probably be available through either my website or something, but I wanted the alpha drawing and writing, because it's drawing and writing. I'm doing it as a literary novel and a graphic novel, but right now I only have a prologue and chapter 1 written. Not even close. Not even close to doing the art for it. So by the third quarter, I do at least want to start doing the art for it. That's how that's ended up being so far. Still want to do the apparel and stationery, by the way. And then, of course, again, the CIE event, the 6 videos, and the 1 illustration. Quarter 4, here's where all of this comes round circle. All right, Christmas, New Year stuff. Get that shit straight. You've got October, November, December, but here's the catch. For personal reasons, and through speaking to other friends, I have decided that I will always take December off. I will not do anything other than my CAE event, my illustration, and my 6 videos. Some of it might get done in December, but regardless, in December, I'm not taking anything, no commissions. I'm not having my shop open, nothing. If you didn't get it before Black Friday, because that'll probably be the last sale of the year, it's not gonna happen until January. So all of December, nobody can get anything. Personal choice, because I'm taking December off. I highly recommend this for other shop owners, things like that. I'll let you think about it. That's something that you guys would have to decide. But I highly recommend it just because December is prep time. You honestly need to prep for the whole year, or else you're going to have this rollover from the year before in your January. Look at that. So, or not January, but in your first quarter. So to avoid the rollover, that's what December is for. It's for finishing projects and for prep. And don't mind the white herb Sharpies. That's just to remind me of something that I want to do next year. But anyway, point for all of that. Woo! So why it gets more vague as we go into the other quarters too, we're just now about to get into that. So here we are. Strap yourselves in. So this is a true screenshot, picture of my actual calendar. This calendar, my whiteboard calendar, sits directly above me. I see it all the time. I look at this sucker and this guides me on what to do. My secondary bit that I can take with me is right here, my journal, yet again. So again, you're going to see this in a minute. All the things that are important. First of all, January. Second of all, I'm going to give myself a mantra because I personally need that kind of thing. So I succeed in everything that I do. That's my mantra for the month. So there we go. And so far, I'm not going to lie, everything I have done, I have succeeded in. I'm in no way, shape, or form failing in my own mind. I'm really, really ahead. So it's like crazy. I don't know. Maybe it might help you try it out. See. But anyway, there's those 2 videos. I have my Luxcom, my Voidmas, which is a rollover. Oh yeah, group gaming, and then of course group art, which is the art club. So we are also doing group gaming once a month. I've picked out a day because, again, we're just so into it. We're so group community oriented. I don't know. That's the one thing I will say I do have that people with numbers don't, or at least not a good one. They have to work really like 10 times harder for it. But I believe I have a great community, and it's not super busy, but it's also not just a bunch of random people, and they're not crap. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get trolls. You don't get people that are just being assholes for no reason. These are literal, honest, amazing people that I'm very happy to know. So anyway, point being, get yourself a community, not 10K followers. So 600 followers right here, guys. Okay, 600 followers, and I will take them over ever growing more. Anyway, let's not get mushy. So this is how my calendar is set up. Sundays, as you can see, there's this weird thing where it just goes down. It's pretty much just my update day. That's when I update my website, when I update my Discord, when I update my now Arion piece, all the Discords, all the things. And so Sundays, that's usually why a lot of people won't see me, but you'll see constant posts on things because that's my update day. Monday, it's great. It's book day, and that's book reading stream day. Just to remind myself, hey, book stream. Tuesdays are not only my gaming reset days for the game that I really like to play, but I also have to keep in mind when my game time runs out, and that happens to be on the 14th, so that's fun. So if I renew it, then I'll keep doing the thing. But I'll probably take a month off. I'm not gonna lie, because I have to focus on art. So other than that, Wednesdays. First and foremost, we started the year on a Wednesday. Happy New Year. But Wednesdays are generally art days. So today was supposed to be art with Elu. Sometimes she just doesn't show up. I don't know what's going on. It could be a family emergency, could be anything. So I never assume anything. I just keep doing what I'm doing. So today we did, usually if I stream with Elu, we'll stream for 3 or 4 hours. Today was only about an hour, but I also am having some back problems. I have been having back problems since Monday. So we just did a quick stream, still did some stuff, and that was about it. And I feel pretty good about it because I didn't have to completely cancel stream. Thursdays, absolutely nothing. Tuesdays and Thursdays, by the way, work-wise, are editing videos, even if that means just editing Twitch archives and constantly uploading to YouTube. So that's what goes on those days. Those days I'm sitting in my computer all day editing. Fridays. So Fridays are game day. So I generally at this moment am playing Tomb Raider. Sometimes I'll play another game like World of Warcraft or Hogwarts Legacy or whatever I feel like, but for the most part, I try to play one game at a time, and right now we've got about 2 in our list that have to be complete before we start a new game. I just can't. And Saturdays. Saturdays are usually raid day if I do have WoW time and I am gonna raid, but Saturdays are kind of my me day. Or I'm catching up on things. So sometimes I'll still draw on Saturday, or I'll do something else, or I'll have to do some other kind of admin. And this is legit how it shows up most of the time. Not gonna lie. All right, so currently it's only been 2 weeks, and this is what my calendar has turned into. So just for a quick glance about here, this is how it started. This is how it's going. So you notice there's a lot more stuff on there. So I had to actually write down all of the things that I wanted to do. And there's just a lot of things that are extra reminders that are absolutely ridiculous. But as you can see on Mondays, it's book and writing. I'm writing my novel. And I'm just marking off days that are a whole thing. I have to mark when my dad's not here. I have to mark when we're going places, all the things. So by the end of the month, I will be going back to town to get that stupid business license, but I promise it's gonna be great. So just goes to show, it's still only been 2 weeks and already it's vastly starting to change. So this is why it's more recording than planning, but you do plan for those open spots. This is just how it's going. All right, here it is. My actual planner, my little bookie thing. This is the one that comes with me. So, right now, I wanted to do bullet journaling, but I have a whole book for a whole year. Like I was like, I'm gonna use and implement the things that I want in a bullet journal. I'm implementing things that I want to do and have and things, but for now we're just using this one. And what that includes right now is I track the weather because I personally just need to know like how many good days of weather we've had. I track my mood, I track my meds, and I track my cleaning because for whatever reason I seem to think that I don't clean and I'm lazy. And then as you can tell from the 4th little one, it's all pink except for one day. Yeah, I'm literally constantly cleaning. And I'm not that like, oh, I'm just gonna dust and move some things and clean. No, if I say clean, I mean everything's coming out. We're deep cleaning. So I clean a lot more than I thought I did. I'm crazy, it's fine, but it's cool. Nothing is blanked out except for things that are blanked out. You'll see in a second on the next page. But anyway, you can completely read this. If you go down the left side again, I have the art things that I need to keep in mind. I not only keep that exact info right here on a sticky note on my Cintiq, I keep it in my book. So there's a lot of art, a lot of things that I need to keep track of. And then all that list you see down there, the little one, that's my YouTube list. So it's a list I'm checking off. It's also a list that I'm modifying, so working on it, but it's getting there. And of course, as you can tell, already did the 2024 recap. It's not only what is my little list here, just to show you guys like where my thoughts are in this. It goes idea, plan, film, edit, upload, schedule, live. So the check mark is all of it happened. We're good. So that's that. And right now we're currently marking this off. So thanks, guys. But yeah, how I'm planning 2025. So the book looks exactly the same. I have my book days, or excuse me, I have my updates, I have my book and my writing days, I have my Tuesdays, then I have my art days, then I have my Thursdays, then I have my game days, and then I have my Saturdays. God only knows what I do with that. But there are certain things that I do like to know about it. So this is where it goes, this is what it looks like. Sometimes I remove things, and so you'll see some stuff whited out. It's just things that I've completely like removed. Like there was one day over, if you look on the little calendar for the meds, that's the third one. It says blue for today. I haven't taken that med yet. It'll be tonight. But I also marked it for yesterday. I didn't even take that medication. I was like, I'm going to do it. I never did. So I had to go back and like use a white pen and kind of white it out. So the only thing I white out is stuff that just didn't happen. And I hate having to do that, and I do it a lot. That's also why in my planning, we leave space for things and simply record. Sometimes it's better to just record what happened rather than try to assume the future. It's just not viable. And next is my weekly. So I don't like weeklies, but I'm starting to like have them grow on me. But this is why I like to track how much I slept, which I have been sleeping a lot lately, and I'm still not all better, but it's fine. So I track my sleep. I track pretty much what goes on in my personal life on the left, and then on the right, I try to keep all the other things. So not only did I clean, but what did I clean? So that way I can go back and always look what was cleaned, and I don't have to do it too often. I also keep in mind all the things like the book writing, things that are actually scheduled. The book writing, fuck. You guys get what I mean. The book reading, the writing, and I planned on doing delves at a certain time with some people. It ended up being a little later than normal, but we still did it, and we did it with more people, so it was even better. And yeah, that's kind of all the things that happen. And I do record when I wash my body and I wash my hair. Sometimes I don't do it at the same time. So if I'm just taking a full body shower, I will wash both my body and my hair. But a lot of times I keep my hair separate and I wash my hair separately because I treat my hair with a lot of different things. Sometimes I have to wash my hair really often, but I try not to. You should never wash your hair more than like 2 days in a row. It's not good for you. But, well, it depends. I can't say that because some people, like my mother, her hair is really dry and coarse. It's almost like horse hair. Like it's bad. And it's curly as fuck. So she has her own regimen. I try to help her, but I do keep in mind that hers is completely different from mine. There are some things that I've suggested that have helped for her. Like putting olive oil in her hair has helped, but she can't do like conditioning hair masks of any kind. It literally kills her hair. So don't ask me how. It's weird. I've never heard of it, but it's a thing. So again, I keep my hair on its own time and I keep my body wash on its own time. So that's just how that works and why. And as you can see on Tuesday, as my back was starting to really, and I even put it on the first, back pain, upper, like I couldn't figure out why. I put it down on Monday and I was like, I just need to keep track of this and hope this is the only day. And here we are going on the third day. It's great. So I planned on doing some stuff for the shop. First off, I got a little depressed about it because I still need the business license. So it's kind of like, why should I work on it when I don't even have the third approved thing that I need? So I kind of gave up on it. I made it a self-care day, but I did do video editing, which I still have to upload to YouTube, by the way. Please don't forget, Vel, mental note. And then, of course, that white out spot, that muscle relaxer that I didn't take that I should have taken, but I didn't. So I'm going to be doing that tonight. So muscle relaxers on for Wednesday. And we did actually do the void portrait, but it was supposed to, it says art with Elu, but Elu wasn't there. So I just marked it out like, hey, it wasn't a thing. So we'll get to that eventually. I have plans for tomorrow already. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it because of my back, so that one's kind of like on pause. I might end up removing it. Anyway, so Friday is game stream. We all know how that's gonna go. And then, regardless, I have all kinds of weird things in my notes. I always have weird things in my notes, don't ask. But yeah, other than that, this is how everything is planned. So it's vaguely planned, but then modified and or recorded. So if this style helps anybody, and I really hope it does, maybe this is the way that you need to do your stuff. So this is how I need to. I consider myself a highly organized person, but this year I'm taking it to a new level, as in I feel like I'm micromanaging myself, which seems not very beneficial to me, but at the same time, whether I get sick like I am now or just other things happen, my brain gets overloaded and I forget things. So to be honest, 100% honest, transparency here, this video is actually going to go out in about 2 weeks. I'm recording this very early, but at the same time, the last video that I just did, this very first one, the recap of 2024, I almost didn't make it. I had a day scheduled. I think I scheduled it on Tuesday to like film and record and do the thing. I never did. So I think I did it on Saturday. And then I uploaded it that next day, that Sunday. So, and even then on that Sunday, it was uploaded, but it was uploaded late because I didn't have an icon, you know, I didn't have like a picture. I didn't have all of the information written. I had to do all of that morning and then post it live on that Sunday. But it wasn't, I usually post my videos at 2 a.m. And that's California time, by the way. So Pacific Standard Time. So at 2 a.m. my videos go live. But if my videos go live and it's almost noon, y'all know I've been late on it and I'm catching up. So sometimes these things do happen. I schedule stuff and it just does not, no matter what I do, end up working out that particular day, time, whatever I have planned. Modify it, move it. There's nothing wrong with that. The only time a deadline needs to be a deadline is something that's either more professional for, you know, work, or something that's for the government, or something that's for my personal, like if I missed going to town and getting my medication. That's a big no-no. So we don't do that late. You never do that late. So anyway, there are always going to be different things that try to knock you off course, get you all kinds of mixed up. I not only have it in my little book, like as you see here, I have it up here, so I see it not only daily, but 3 to 6 times a day. And then, even if I'm not in here and I've been outside most of the day, it could be for, you know, grabbing firewood, taking the dog for a walk, whatever. I may get distracted and decide to stay up at my studio and clean some stuff, some more. But, it just depends. Even if I don't spend my day in here, I'm still likely to see it 2 or 3 times before the next day. And even then, I'll catch something and realize, oh my God. So either way, hopefully this helps. I really, really hope it does. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry. This happens a lot when I'm tired, and here we are. We're at that point. This video is so done. But yeah, I will once again post that planner goal here. Boom. So this is how I did this. I actually took this exact layout, cleared it out so that it doesn't have anything except like the basic information. I put it on my Discord so that anyone could print it. It's nothing fancy. You can literally write this down on just a piece of paper. It doesn't matter. But as long as you have it somewhere that you can easily access it, I definitely believe that it helps you out. So I have this paper like printed, but it's right next to my whiteboard, but it's on a cork board. So it's printed and it's pinned. I have it over there. And so there are a few sticky notes where I've added stuff, but I don't have to worry about that until I'm changing the whiteboard for whatever month it needs to be. So right now I have some posties up there. One thing from a postie is actually on my January calendar now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but when I wipe this down and I redo everything all over again, I have my quarters, which we're still in Q1, but it'll be February. So what else do I need? What else is, you know, necessary? That kind of stuff. So like I said, it's just it's a management game. How about that? You have to manage your shit all the time, especially if it changes a lot. And like I said, mine is complete chaos, so I have to. So if by any chance this video helped you out, I'm very, very happy. If it did not, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can find somebody who will do their planning and it'll work for you. Because that's one thing for me. I've been watching other people's videos. That's why I haven't done my video yet. Everyone pre-recorded their planning in December and then they had their video scheduled and posted. So now it's all showing up in January. But like, as I'm watching them, I'm looking at all the different things that people are doing. And a lot of it's pretty clever. A lot of it's different. A lot of it's similar because there are some that are artists and they're doing things. But I'm still doing something completely different than what I'm seeing. So hopefully, between watching a million different videos on how people are like dealing with their business, their life, whatever, this can get you on the right path to where you want to be. So good luck. That's pretty much all I can say is good bloody luck, because this is me trying something new. So far it's working, but we'll see how it goes. And I'll just have to update you guys in the next year on that. Otherwise, I will see you in another video at some point, clearly. And try to have a good day, night, whatever, whenever you are in the future. All right, so have a great life, guys. Have a great life. Do what you can. And my mantra for years now, and it's very, very pathetic, but I stick by it, is live your dreams. You're not going to live your dreams if you're not doing it. You can sit and you can watch your dreams go by, but unless you're living it, it's not going to happen. So live your dreams.